Hello, this is Eric with Adobe, and we're broadcasting live from Adobe Summit, and I'm here with Alicia Hatch, the CMO of Deloitte Digital. Alicia, thank you for being here with us today.
Eric, it is great to be here. I love
Awesome.
the Adobe Summit. This
Love
is
your
amazing
enthusiasm.
energy. Yeah,
That's fantastic.
Love it here.
So tell us a little bit about Deloitte Digital and maybe where you fit it, how that fits with the Deloitte larger brand and what you guys do.
So Deloitte Digital is a whole new concept of partner. And it really came out of us looking at ourselves and saying, how do we need to change to really meet both the new demands and the opportunities of the day, to actually be what our clients need in this incredibly dynamic digital world. And so we looked at the collection of capabilities we had, which as a 173-year-old brand are tremendous.
Right.
And we said, how can we create a new approach, a new operational model that will allow us to bring those capabilities to our clients rapidly on an agile basis to deliver on an ongoing and continuous basis impact in partnership with them. Because we really work side by side with in-house organizations to drive business results. So we've got capabilities as a digital creative consultancy across everything a CMO, CTO, CIO, and really at the end of the day, the full C-suite, the CEO could need to truly transform in a meaningful way.
So I love that you said that, because digital transformation isn't just the CMO's role. And so are you finding you're working more and more with folks that don't have a traditional marketing title?
It's what it takes. We've watched company after company implement technology over the last decade and call it a transformation, but those failed transformations are piling up.
Right.
It's not enough. So the concept of customer experience, of actually re-platforming your business around the customer, requires total orchestration of the C-suite. It requires everybody integrating across their slice of the business to actually reorient the business itself, and not just the wrapper, not just the external experience, but everything from the guts of the company within, all the way out to every touch point that the customer engages with the company on.
So when you have a customer come to you and they want help with digital transformation, where do you start?
Where do you start? It is a great question, because often it's really looking at what are the quickest wins and the most nuanced and iterative ways we can make progress immediately, because building momentum across an entire organization is incredibly tremendously important when you're trying to affect wide-scale change. So what we do is take a very iterative approach to diagnosing where the weakest points of change are that need to happen immediately, and then run sprints against making those changes iteratively over time. So there's a positive injection of change in the organization.
All right. Well, so when you embark in these digital transformation projects, and obviously some companies are probably better partners with you in making that happen, what are the characteristics of companies that are really good at digital transformation, or really take to it?
Companies that understand that it's not just about doing digital, but actually being digital, understand the difference between that, are the ones that are actually able to land the plane.
So talk to us about that. What's the difference?
Yeah, so being digital is a set of mindsets and behaviors that really influence the way you use the data, the technology, to actually unlock the potential of it, right? Being able to change the way you work, your tolerance for test and learn, your tolerance for failure, the mindset of continuous learning. Those things are critically important to actually being able to take advantage of all of these new opportunities and all the potential of innovation. And so, we're really looking at how the entire orchestration of transformation happens across the data flows, and making sure those are seamless. The technology is architected around those data flows, and then we rewire entirely new workflows into the organization. That allows an entire organization to become digital, is ultimately in changing the way you work.
So with change, there's risk, right? There's always risk. How do you help a customer, a client, get into the mode of accepting risk and embracing it?
Many, many, many small steps. It's not so scary to test and learn on a tiny basis, right? Because you can tolerate that level of failure. So embedding a testing mindset into the organization through the change process is also important. It's not just for engineering.
Right. Oh, that's fantastic. So you're clearly very passionate about what you do. I love the energy.
it.
So what gets you excited? When you get up and you've got the day ahead of you, what gets you excited about this job?
So this is a high stakes game
Yeah.
right now. In 2015, Washington Business School announced that they projected 40% of the Fortune 500 that currently existed in 2015 would not exist by 2025.
Right, 10 years.
The topple rates, according to our shift index, are just increasing, and we're watching this. This is a high stakes game for our clients, which we take really personally, but it's also incredibly exciting because the potential's never been greater. So what I absolutely love is when all of this work that we do actually translates ultimately into business results. I love that marketing is now operating as a growth driver within a
Yes.
business and not just a cost center.
Yes.
That gets me fired up, and that the role of the CMO is more strategic than ever.
So there are probably a lot of folks watching who are younger, who are starting out in their careers. What advice would you give them?
Marketing is a hotbed of innovation. Do not ignore marketing as a potential career track, because the opportunity to innovate as a technologist and a marketing technologist is incredible, using also more creative thinking than I see in any other part of the organization. And I think the opportunity is enormous in marketing, and that as we take a totally new approach to being digital and a totally new approach to how we market, that it's never actually been a more exciting time to be in marketing.
I could not agree with you more. Well, this has been fantastic. So where can people go to find out more about Deloitte Digital?
DeloitteDigital.com. Check out our social channels. We're constantly publishing. Would love to engage.
Great. Thank you so much for being here. Fantastic
Thanks,
conversation.
Eric. I've loved it.
And thank you for being with us, and please stay tuned for more incredible interviews live from Adobe Summit. Thank you.